Hello friends, Vibhor here. Welcome back to my channel. So what are we doing today? Today we are installing Ubuntu on my NAS server. So I do have Ubuntu already on my MacBook Pro through Parallels Desktop. I want Ubuntu to be on my server so that wherever I am, wherever I'm going, wherever I'm traveling, I can access that over the web. Okay, first and foremost, you would require a NAS which is strong enough to hold the virtual machines. What you need is a NAS which is Intel based and at least 4 gigs of RAM which is spare to give to the virtual machines. To start the installation, you would require the Ubuntu software itself. For that, you need the Ubuntu ISO image from the website. For that, just go to ubuntu.com and download the ISO. Save it somewhere on your desktop where you can access while installation on the NAS server. Alright, number 2, you would require the virtual machine manager installed on your NAS. For that, go to Package Center, search for virtual machine manager and click on install. Alright, it has installed. Beautiful. So now just boot your virtual machine manager. First time you boot it, it is going to go through a complete wizard. Just click on next. It is going to check the host settings and do multiple settings for you. Just let it do what it is doing. Click on next. Then it is going to ask for the volume on which you want to install your virtual machine. Just select the volume. In my case, I just have one volume. I'll select it, click on next, and it is going to do its magic in the backend. Once it is done, you're all set. Click on finish. Your wizard for virtual machine manager is complete. Now you are ready to create virtual machines. Before you can create the virtual machine, you need some things to be done. You need to create the image for the ISO that you have downloaded. So you have already downloaded the Ubuntu, have it placed somewhere on your NAS server. So I'm going to select my ISO image from my Synology NAS. Already have it placed in my Synology NAS in a folder where I can just find it. Click on the Ubuntu NAS ISO image, give the name of the image whatever you want, and then click on next. In the backend, it is going to generate an image file for this ISO, and then the ISO would be ready for installation on your virtual machine. Alright, the next task is to create the virtual machine itself. For that, click on the create button. Now select your operating system that you want to install. In our case, it is Linux. Click on next. It is going to ask you the storage volume on which you want to install. I just have one volume. I'll click on that. Then it is going to ask for some general specifications of the new virtual machine that you want to create, like the name of the virtual machine, number of CPU cores that you want to give it, and the memory. I'm just giving the bare minimum 2 core CPU and 2 GBs of RAM. We'll see how the performance goes on it. It's also going to ask you for the disk space that you're going to give. I'm going to give 100 gigs of space, and that pretty much is. In the last setting, you have to select the ISO image for boot up, which is Ubuntu that we just created. The additional ISO image, you actually do not need it. That is for Windows installation. It is also going to ask you for the users who will have rights to the system. Select the users whom you want to give the rights and click on apply. In the backend, it's going to create a virtual machine for you. Once the virtual machine is created, we'll power it up. Alright, now all the groundwork is done. Your virtual machine is ready. Just power it up. Once the virtual machine is powered up, you can connect to your virtual machine and start the installation. The setup is going to check the file system that you have on your NAS server. Once that is done, it is going to start up the installation process. So after a couple of reboots, it has started the installation for me. I'm still checking up if the wired connections and everything is working fine. It is taking some time, guys, probably because I'm connected through a wireless system. Okay, so it all started. So you have an option to try the Ubuntu straightforward over here as a CD thing, and you can also install the Ubuntu system. I'm going for a proper installation on my NAS. So just click on the language, which is English for me, and click on install. Choose the keyboard layout. I'm going everything with the default settings. Just click on continue. So it gives you an option to do a normal installation or the minimal installation. In the minimal installation, it looks like it will just install the web browser and the basic utilities, and in the normal installation it will give you a complete web browser, utilities, office software which comes free, the LibreOffice. With this installation, it gives you some games and media player applications. You also have an option to install the third-party software for graphics. I'll not go with the third-party installations, but I will definitely go for the normal installation. I will not go for minimal. I would like to see everything that comes with the operating system. So we'll click on continue. Then it asks me to erase the disk and install Ubuntu, and gives me a warning that everything would be deleted. That's fine. I have anyways created a separate 100 gigs partition for that, so I'll just click on install now. It is going to format my 100 GB of installation partition, create the partition tables, and then install Ubuntu on that. Alright, now it asks me where I live, so I'll give Melbourne. Click on continue. You can give whatever location you are on, and it asks me about my name, so I'll just enter my name and I'll pick a username and put in password. I'll just fast forward this section, and it has started copying the files for the installation of the software. Let's continue with that. Alright, so finally it is done. The entire process on the NAS server with 2 GB of RAM and a wireless connection took around 20 minutes for installation, which is not bad. Alright, so the first boot for the Ubuntu has been done. So it's trying to connect to the online accounts. I will skip this section as of now. It is asking me to register for the live patch. I'll just skip it as of now. Just click on next. And help improve Ubuntu. Yeah, alright. I'll just click on no and next. I don't want to do anything with my NAS server. On my NAS server, I just want bare minimum. I don't want any location services as well. Just click on next and you are ready to go. So it says you can go to software and install the apps like the ones which it is loading right now. I can anyway see that the performance is not super fast, I would say, because like one of the things is that it's connected on a wireless network, it's not a wired network. Second, I've just given it 2 gigs of RAM, which probably on a NAS server would not be super fast. Thirdly, my NAS server has the spinning rotary sort of IDE drives, so like rotary sort of SATA drives. It does not have an SSD drive, so definitely the performance is not going to be super fast, but it's not bad for working on a web client, and that too on the bare minimum 2 gigs of RAM sort of thing. It's not bad. The resolution I could see is not like it's not completely stretching on my screen, so I have an option to change the resolution. I'll go with a full HD resolution over here and click on apply, and let's see if it takes the full HD resolution. I can see a glitch right over here. Yep, I'll keep the changes, and yes, it looks like I have got a full HD resolution over here on a web-based client, and it does come with a plethora of softwares pre-installed. I can see there is LibreOffice already there, and there are audio jukeboxes and many more software. Some games are also installed, and it has got its own Ubuntu software store in which I can go and install many more softwares. So all in all, it's a good experience, guys, installing this entire software on my NAS server, and I can access it anywhere I can go. I just want to try this because I like to try multiple operating systems, different softwares and different productivity tools, do let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll meet you again in my next video, guys. Take care. Bye bye.